Welcome to the Lemons and Pineapples podcast. I'm your host, Emma O'Brien, personal development coach, HeartMath practitioner, dog photographer, and entrepreneur. In this podcast, I share tools, strategies, and amazing guest interviews to help you improve your mindset and your well-being with a sprinkle of fun and probably some mention of dogs along the way. So without further ado, let's squeeze the day. Hi folks, and a very warm welcome to episode 71 of the podcast. Today I want to talk a little bit about one of my favorite tools for self-reflection and introspection, and that is journaling. You might be familiar with the concept of journaling if you have read Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way. One of the tasks that she gives in that, which is essentially a creativity workbook, is to do morning pages, which is 3 pages, and it depends how big your notebook is, 3 pages of free writing each morning. I've done that on and off, but I actually find journaling a lot more helpful when there are some prompts to follow and some questions to work on. And it'll depend on what I'm figuring out, or if I'm stuck about something, or if I'm trying to work through something as to what those questions are. But I wanted to share in this episode a few very powerful journal prompts that I often give to my own coaching clients. They're journal prompts I regularly use as well and come back to really help get you thinking differently and to really uncover what it is you want, where it is you might be stuck, and what it is you can do about it. So all you need to successfully journal is a little bit of quiet time, so 20 minutes or so, a notebook and a pen, and if you love stationery as much as I do, this is your permission slip to go shopping for a shiny new journaling notebook. And I find journaling works best as a practice if you can do it on a relatively regular basis. So you might decide you're going to journal for 20 minutes every day for 2 weeks if you're going through something or you're working on something. You might just find that it's a really helpful tool if you're stuck in a moment to sit and do whatever works for you. There isn't a fixed way of doing it. I like to do some journaling each morning. I'm in the process at the moment of working through some shamanic stuff. I was initiated in the Munaiki shamanic rites at the end of April, and we've been given a particular archetype to work with for 2 weeks at a time. So I found journaling really helpful for the shamanic work that I'm doing. But you can use it however it suits you. The point is that it should be an exercise that is helpful for your self-growth and that feels good, and it helps you progress in a forwards direction. So I'm going to share with you the journal prompts here. And if you would like to access these, you can find the blog post on my website, emmaobrien.coach.com. And if you go to the blog section, you'll find the journaling blog post. And I'm also going to invite you, if this has piqued your interest, to go a little bit deeper with this. I've got a really lovely workbook that I've put together with 9 journal prompts, not any of these ones. There are some alternate journal prompts. And you can get a copy of that literally by popping me a DM on Instagram. I'm at Emma O'Brien Coach. Pop me a message and just say I would like the journaling worksheet, and I'll send it straight over to you. So without further ado, here are some journal prompts for you to use just to dig a little bit deeper into what's going on under the surface of your life. What are 3 things you love about your life right now? And when you think about these 3 things, how do you feel? What are 3 things you wish you could change about your current life? Why haven't you changed them? And what is stopping you from changing them? If time and money were no object, what would you spend your time doing? Don't get caught up with this one in the fact that that's a realm of impossibility. Just roll with it and allow it. So, time and money were no object. What would you spend your time doing? What is something you have always wanted to do but haven't? And what has stopped you? What would a perfect day in your life look like? And with this exercise, I'd like you to really think about, from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep, how would your day unfold? What would it involve you doing? Who would be there? And this can be a bit of a pie in the sky exercise. You can go totally fantastical if you want to, but I like to keep this in the parameters of a perfect average ideal day in your normal life. We'd I think lots of us, I can't speak for everybody, but it certainly would be wonderful to wake up in the Maldives every day and look out onto the sea, but it's probably not very realistic for most people to do that all the time. So just think about what your perfect average day would be like, and describe it. It'll help you get clarity on how you want your day to start, what you want to be doing, how you want to be using your time, who you want to be with. Really, really powerful question, this one, to ask yourself. And lastly, what needs to change for this perfect day to become a regular day for you? So I will leave you with those to ponder those. I think you'll find this is such a helpful exercise to help you unlock some insights, to help you uncover blocks. If you're feeling stuck, journaling is a really powerful way to help you get a different perspective on what's going on. And you can almost end up dialoguing with yourself. This is work in a journal that isn't meant to be read by anybody. It isn't necessarily meant to be read back by you. If anybody wanted to read my journal, wouldn't be possible. I can't read my own handwriting, neither can anyone else. So impossible for me to read my journal entries back. But that's not really the point with journaling. It's about almost dumping out what's happening in your brain and really getting clarity on what you want instead, if you're sitting with things in your life that you don't really want. So I hope you find this exercise really useful. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you on Instagram at Emma O'Brien Coach, how you've got on. And if you would like to get a copy of my 9 journal prompts to uncover your desires workbook, just pop me a message on Instagram and say, I'd like the workbook, please, and I will ping it straight across to you. Thanks for being with me today, folks. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, please share with your friends and be sure to leave me a 5-star rating and review, especially if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. To find out more about my one-on-one coaching, please visit my website, which is emmaobriencoach.com. And remember, folks, when life gives you lemons, you can always choose another fruit. See you next time.